Hi, my name is Prachi Kedia. I am a corporate lawyer from Bangalore. When I was in Bangalore, I got a call from my family. My mother insisted on me getting my specs removed. So that's the first time I actually thought about the need for a specs removal, and that's the day when I sat to understand the problems or the struggles I was facing, because sometimes you don't realize the problems that you're actually facing until you have a solution to it. So that is the day when I started to observe my life and I saw the struggles I had with it. So for example, one of the biggest ones was whenever I went to a 3D movie, I had to always wear one specs upon another one, and I used to ride two-wheelers, and when COVID happened we had to wear masks. The problem was the mask saves you, but then your vision becomes blurred because there is a lot of fog in your eyes because you're breathing then. And you, of course, when you have specs, everybody who has knows that you always have to carry one and carry an extra pair if in case you lose it. And some days when you can't find it, that's another level of struggle because you need that. And I used to ride, I had a lot of work, and major of the days sometimes I was on road traveling and riding two-wheelers. So that's when I found I was struggling. So now Bangalore is a city that pours cats and dogs. So every time I was in rain wearing a specs and wearing a helmet, I could never see. And that kind of is dangerous for my life and for everybody else on the road. And that is one of the biggest struggles I was facing with specs. Every time I can't find it, I can't do anything without it. After seeing and analyzing these problems, looked like a good idea to get the eye surgery done. And when I was planning on getting the eye surgery done, I got a call again from my mother, and she referred me to Eye7 Hospital and specifically to Dr. Rahil Chaudhary. So I was told that he is one of the best and he has done the surgery for a lot of people. So on 9th May, finally I found the courage to step into Eye7. I came here, I took my consultation with Dr. Rahil, but before that I had to go through the complete process of getting the testing done. On the first testing, I was here with my sister and she was very apprehensive about the surgery. So she had a lot of questions, I would say all negative ones, because she wanted to make sure nothing goes wrong in the way. I got another testing done where they ask you to read through the screen. Without my specs, to be honest, every time I've gone for an eye checkup, the doctor and I, we have both laughed a lot. Reason because they asked me to read the last line and I can only read the second last. So that was one of the biggest struggle. The similar one I faced here also. From the very first doctor we met, I felt and I started to feel comfortable. They assured us that even if there was any doubt, nothing would go ahead. But step by step, they built in the confidence for me. Last consultation or last talk I had was with Dr. Rahil. Dr. Rahil assured me and told me, the only question I told him that day was, sir, I am a lawyer by profession and that one person that does not work out comes to me. And I am very much apprehensive. If there is a 1% chance also that things might go wrong, I wouldn't go for it. I was surprised to the reply Dr. Rahil gave me that day. And if there was a 0.001% chance also, he wouldn't touch my eyes. Now that's the kind of confidence he showed me that day, and the way he spoke to me made all the difference. And finally I got the surgery done. I came for a follow-up checkup also here. Hi.
Okay, read.
VRHCUTE.
Good. Again, last line.
FPZVSRT.
Okay, perfect. Okay, six vision you have now. Okay?
And after that also, once I got my surgery done, I had a few questions on this. Eye7 team was very cooperative. That's what I felt and I have seen. Every time I messaged a doctor from here, they were there for me. They were there to answer my problems. They were there to assist me. When I ran out of medicine also, I was advised what can be done next. Today again, I'm here after 5 weeks of my eye surgery. The difference I am seeing today is life's become easier. Don't have a burden to carry with me. Don't have to carry a specs. I can wear any sunglasses I want without thinking twice. Vision clarity is there. Like, for example, when I was wearing specs, the whole world when I saw it through a glass. The colors and the life was pretty different, and now when I look at it, it's like a new world. Everything is clear. There were half the things I couldn't read and half the things were blurred. Now, I'll give you one example of the biggest struggles or one day I felt. During my law school, I was doing one internship in Rajasthan. So there I went to a court. It was a criminal court. I entered there and I was just observing the proceedings. Now I was sitting here and the judge was sitting at his place and I was towards the end of the room. The judge was sitting there. He had a big mustache, white ones, and he was wearing a white turban. Now what I could see from far was only somebody's mouth moving and couldn't see anything else. Now that is one day I realized how important specs are, and I just cannot leave it at my home ever and any day. That is the day I became cautious, and today is the day again. I don't have to think twice before I step outside of my house. Everything is easier, and the sky that I saw was a little yellowish. Looks white and blue today. Recently I went to Srinagar and enjoyed the whole view. Actually feel very happy about it, because if I was wearing a specs, I would still be seeing the world through filter, and Kashmir is not a place to be seen through filters. 2 days back I had called here seeking an appointment, and Dr. Rahil's schedule was pretty packed, and they said that I couldn't meet him on Saturday or Friday, and I could only meet him on Monday. I had his number, so all I did was just one message to him: sir, I have severe issues with my right eye. I'm not able to see clearly. My vision is blurred and I'm very worried, sir. I will wait till the morning. If it's still blurry, I would request you if there is a way you can incorporate me in your schedule for tomorrow. Now, next day early in the morning, I received a message from sir saying that, is your vision still blurred? I said, no sir, it's all fine. And then he still asked me if I wanted to visit him today again. I said, no sir, I understand your schedule is packed and I don't have a problem waiting till Monday. Now, I have not known a lot of doctors who show such courtesy. Just being there when you need it. He was there to answer. It was very easy. It's rather very easy for anybody, any professional, to say, sorry boss, I have a packed schedule. I can't do anything. Either you meet somebody else from my office or you come on Monday. But he made an attempt to ensure that his patient was happy and they didn't have a problem. Now, I believe personally that matters more than anything else. I'm happy about my vision, but I'm more happy that I chose Eye7 for it.